To another episode of Not So Deep Thoughts. I'm here with my co-host Al, and we had a question written in. Not a question, we had a topic written in by PC Wizard 13. What are our thoughts on Nintendo's approach this generation to less hardware-focused consoles and more unique gameplay? So, what do you think?
What do I think? I think that this is kind of what Nintendo's been doing forever. I don't think they've ever really been about hardware. They don't mind being behind the leading edge, and I don't think this is anything new. They focus on games and not on hardware, so I say it's great. I say I don't care about how powerful their system is as long as their games are fun. It doesn't matter to me at all.
I tend to agree. Having good specs and having hardware and lots of RAM and stuff is great. It's fine, but if you don't have games to go along with that, what's the point?
Yeah.
The PlayStation Vita dominates the 3DS in every hardware aspect possible, and it's got 8 games.
Yeah.
And I know all the Vita fans are going to say, no, it's got more than 8 games. It's got the whole PS1 library. But I can play the PS1 library on my PS3, on my PS2, or on my PS1.
Yeah.
And my PSP.
It's just good games. I mean, look at the original Game Boy compared to the Game Gear. The Game Gear had the flashy graphics and colors, and the Game Boy destroyed it. It's just because it had better games. I mean, it's how it was then, it's how it is now. People have a hive mind. People who are gamers now who adopt things that aren't Nintendo aren't the gamers who were playing back in the day on Nintendo consoles. So, I don't know. Nintendo hasn't changed. And
Genesis had better processing power, was faster than Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it led the market for a very long time. But in the end, it was Nintendo who won that battle with good games.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's all I really have to say about it.
Nintendo's they've never really gone after having the biggest graphics, the biggest processors. They don't do that. Reggie just recently did a statement, depending on when this video comes out, saying he has no desire to be in the race of who has the best console. He wants to have the best games.
Yeah.
And those games are what sell. Like, you can have console sales all you want, but I challenge you to find anybody right now who owns a PS4 to name 5 games they love that are PS4 only games, and to name just 10 PS4 only games, period.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not talking remasters and rehashes and redos and re-ups and like.
Yeah, Nintendo has the best gameplay.
It's all about
it's
all about exclusivity now, and you can only play Nintendo games on Nintendo consoles, and they design the games for the specifics the consoles have. So they 2-3 years into the life cycle, they are really familiar with this. They really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But when you look at the big powerhouses of your Xbox One and your PS4, you're still having third-party developers developing for a system they don't own. They still have to find a common ground, so whichever one is lower is the one they're going to design for, because they're not going to want to make one for one and then have to give a shitty version out on the other. And that's what happened all last generation with Xbox 360 and PS3 games. It's going to happen again this generation. And the only way to avoid that is to not put yourself in that same competition.
Yeah, well, Nintendo is the only gaming company that is strictly a gaming company, or only console maker that is strictly a gaming company. So their games are focused entirely for their own hardware. And you can't beat that, because all the other systems or games are pretty much designed for PC, and if you have a PC, you can play most of.
Yeah, that's right. So the bottom line for me is, as long as the games are fun, the hardware specs don't matter to me. Ask somebody, just ask a casual gamer, what size processor does the PS4 have? Ask you in the comments below without looking it up. Can you honestly tell me you know? Do you care?
Yeah, what do you guys think? I want to know that too. Like, do the specs matter to everyday gamers? I don't understand why it does. If you can explain it to me, I'd love to know.
Yeah. So definitely let us know in the comments below. What do you think about hardware versus software, essentially?
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to hearing from you. So PC, hopefully that answers your question. And if not, send us a message and we'll set up a private meet. All right.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Salute.
We'll see you next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. And if you want to hear our opinion on the PS4 and Xbox One, just check our last video in the top right corner. Also, if you'd like to hear another gamer's opinion on Nintendo's current offering this generation, don't be afraid to check out our Mystery Clubber.